The third time I knew, and him and the guy Green was cool. They used to hang out all the time, man. They was real homies. Like the third time I knew he was wild, we was deployed. We went on the convoy, and we riding through like right before you get to Biop, right? This dude looks out in the crowd of people, right? Looks out in the crowd of civilians and kids, right? And he's like, he turns the 50 cal around, and he's like, all right, what's poppin', guys? Your boy Big Bro Dre, and I'm back with another one for y'all, man. And in today's video, let's talk about PTSD. So I'm gonna skip the intro today, man, and just kind of talk about a little bit about PTSD and tell you guys a story about PTSD and how important or how real it is. Because to be honest, when I was first coming in the Army, even throughout most of my career, I never really acknowledged that PTSD was a real thing. The reason why I thought about this story is because I ran into one of my old battle buddies from like 2000 and probably 2005 to 2010. We knew each other from my first unit that I was in, right? And shout out to Staff Master Sergeant Wilson. I think it's Master Sergeant now. So shout out to him, man. When we had a long conversation about, you know, how the Army used to be and how stuff used to happen in our unit or whatever back in the day, the first unit that I was in. And the story is about two gentlemen that I served with. One named Green, and the other guy's name is Ramirez, right? And one is doing like 35 years for murder. The other one is the guy that he murdered, right? So long story short is I know they probably had issues with one another, but I don't think they did. I think a lot of what transpired can be attributed to them having post-traumatic stress disorder. Like, I was with them guys when they deployed, and I didn't get to the unit till 2005, and by that time they had already deployed once or twice before me. And I remember some of the stuff that was going on when we were deployed on my deployment in 06 with them, 05 or 06. I think it was 05 or 06 with them. And you know, the first time, to be honest, both of these guys had their issues, and Ramirez was the one I would have thought would have been the killer. He was a fun-loving guy, good guy. One time this guy showed up to the promotion board. Let me tell you how wild this dude was. RIP too to Ramirez. He was a decent dude in my book, other than just the mental stuff he had going on. This dude showed up to the doggone promotion board, right? He showed up to the promotion board with every ribbon that you could buy in the PX, right? He bought all of them. He had Sergeant Major rank on, and I think he was like might have been a specialist or something back then. He did that because they told him to go to the board, and he didn't want to go to the board, right? So that's what he did, right? The second time I knew he was, all of us was hanging out. Like, everybody that been to Fort Sill, they know Cash Boulevard. Used to be a club up there called Red Planet. We all went to the bar or whatever. We drinking. Everybody having a good time. A fight break out with some Marines, right? So we all get in a fight. We all get like thrown in a holding cell or whatever. Everybody trying to calm down. They split us up or whatever. First time came down and got us. Like, hey, y'all want to fight? It's like, hell yeah. And then first time, like, all right, well, we'll see y'all on Monday. Everybody got extra duty. That's it, right? We ain't getting no real trouble, right? So we got into the fight. While we sitting in the holding cell, Ramirez is like, bruh, all y'all got pistols? Y'all got ammo? So everybody looking at him like, what you talking about, bro? He's like, hey, when we see him, we gotta shoot him. We gotta kill everything. Everybody looking at him like, you serious? He was dead serious, bro. So he used to laugh all the time. He was dead. You could see it in his eyes that he was serious. And I was like, that's the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. The third time I knew, and him and the guy Green was cool. They used to hang out all the time, man. They was real homies. Like, the third time I knew he was wild, we was deployed. We went on the convoy, and we riding through. This dude looks out in a crowd of people, right? Looks out in a crowd of civilians and kids and shit, right? And he's like, he turns the 50 cal around and he's like, hey, what you think would happen if I just start spraying? And I'm looking at bro. Now, listen, none of this shit ever happened. He used to make a lot of jokes, so we always thought he was joking. But I think something was really wrong with his mind for him to even say or think something like that. He smoke a lot of cigarettes and be shaking and shit all the time. So back then, we ain't really know what PTSD was. We ain't really know. So fast forward, him and Green got out the army about the same time. Thank God, Jesus Christ. They got out around 2007, 2008, right? I don't know what type of treatment they had for mental health. I don't know nothing about that. I might have been 20 years old. 21, 22 years old. So I was still kind of young. It was nothing. I maybe could have said something that helped, but I didn't even know what would have helped them. But they got out, and I think they moved in together because they was like, when I say they was tight, they used to hang out every day. Every time I used to go to the little smoke section and try to be hard smoking my Black and Milds and shit, I see them out there smoking, right? Well, they got, so they was, I guess they was living together. The homie Green is like real super Christian or whatever, right? He was like all about Jesus, all about God or whatever. I guess him and Ramirez got into an argument. That's what the news say. They got into an argument, and then Green pull out his pistol. They started struggling with it. Green pops Ramirez, sent him on a long ride, right? He called his sister over there. They found out he was dead, I guess, checked his pulse or whatever. Wrapped him up, dumped his body, right? Few years later, they looking for trying to figure out, the police trying to figure out what's going on, I guess. Green confessed or whatever once they found out he got caught. But I say all that to say, like, these dudes was real friends. But like that post-traumatic stress syndrome, like, people, if you think you got that, you probably like really need to get help. If you like on some murder stuff, like, you really need to get help. I think we all suffer from it at some point, just because it be times I be forgetting stuff that I know I'm supposed to remember, and I'm thinking that it's that post-traumatic stress syndrome. So all I can tell you is, if you feel like you got mental issues, man, go get it checked out. You feel like you're in a place where you want to hurt yourself, man, talk to somebody, because that post-traumatic stress syndrome is real, man. And yeah, that's all I got to say on that. But hey, I got the week 3 video coming out. Should be next week, like Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, because tomorrow my birthday, so I probably ain't gonna do nothing. I don't like to do much on my birthday, but I got the week 3 video coming out for y'all, man, for WOAC. And I appreciate y'all listening to this story, man. I appreciate y'all all the time, man. And I see you guys in the next video. Peace.